Hey guys, Icy Cat here. Today I've got some exciting news for you. We have some new teaser information that points the way towards a TACHANKA buff, as well as confirmed information incoming on Bartlett University for the patch 5.2 mid-season reinforcements update. Today Ubisoft put out an interesting teaser trailer on social media. Let's take a look.
Operator Alexander TACHANKA Sinavyev speaking to you. On December 12th, I will be reporting on the Rainbow Six Twitch channel. Join me to be briefed on Bartlett University. Time to get serious!
That is the voice actor of TACHANKA. And he's telling us to check out the live stream on Twitch that's coming up for information on Bartlett University. This is the anticipated bonus 5th map of the first year of content that will be coming out for free, and it's paired with the patch 5.2 update for the mid-season reinforcements. So I'm just going to do a little bit of old gameplay here in the background. I actually didn't have any recent footage of me playing as TACHANKA, so these are some things that I pulled up from some previous videos I had done. But again, I had to dig into the archives to find any TACHANKA gameplay footage. I haven't played much with him recently. And in fact, probably a lot of people haven't either. They find him to be widely useless. The biggest problem with TACHANKA is the fact that he suffers from Peeker's advantage, or disadvantage in his case. With Peeker's advantage, you can always kind of get the drop on somebody by leaning out or moving in quickly, and there'll be that little bit of lag discrepancy where you'll get the drop on somebody that's standing stationary. And that is what TACHANKA does. He stays in one place, and so he will suffer from Peeker's advantage every time. And even without taking Peeker's advantage into consideration, he's still an easy target to hit because he's not moving. Once you know where he is, it's very easy to line up the shot and get the drop on him. TACHANKA has taken on something of a cult status in the Rainbow Six community. Although he is the lowest picked player on the defensive team, he's also the most requested operator for a buff in the community. He's also taken on a cult-like status with memes. I can't really publish any of those here because of copyright issues, but there are a ton of hilarious TACHANKA memes out there. Everything from him riding on a Segway with a mobile turret to a ripped TACHANKA asking, "How do you buff a god?" I mean, there's just so many memes of this guy out there. He's definitely achieved cult status. But again, he is the least picked operator, and by and large, he's pretty useless as far as his ability is concerned. Now, if you're not talking about his ability, you just play him, just kind of running around with his guns, then he's identical to Capcan in that way if you're taking the ability out of the equation. So why are we spending all this time talking about TACHANKA buffs if the video was talking about confirmed information regarding Bartlett University next week? Well, the very fact that TACHANKA's voice actor is the one delivering this message to us should tell us a lot. Now, this isn't a confirmation that we have a TACHANKA buff. That's not confirmed. But think about it. Let's add this all up here. Why would the voice actor be the one delivering this to us in the first place? Well, we do know that TACHANKA's voice actor was out at the Ubisoft Montreal studios. And he got a lot of photographs there with the dev team. They posted it up on some of their various social media platforms. So the voice actor was in the studio. Well, what could that mean? Maybe he was recording some new voice lines. Why would he be doing that? Maybe he was just invited for a studio tour, just happened to be, but as the most requested operator for a buff, to have his voice actor in the studio and then to have his voice actor present information to us regarding the mid-season reinforcement announcement video, I mean, you just add up all these pieces here and there is a very good likelihood that we have a TACHANKA buff incoming in the next mid-season reinforcement patch. So again, not 100% confirmed, but highly likely when you put all the pieces together. TACHANKA did receive a little bit of a buff way back when Season 2 first rolled out. At that time, the footprint was reduced on his turret so you could put it into a smaller area, and they kind of got rid of the noise. He used to make a lot of this ratcheting noise as he would move his turret back and forth. They got rid of that, and they made it so that he got on and off the turret a little bit quicker, but it just simply wasn't enough because we weren't overcoming the Peeker's advantage issue. So since that time, the community has still been requesting an additional TACHANKA buff. Now, we have no idea what form that could take. There was a picture a while back the dev team posted. It was kind of a trolley image where they were kind of giving thumbs up and it had some TACHANKA references on the screen. And if you zoomed in on a small portion of the photograph, there was a picture of TACHANKA with what looked like some kind of plexiglass shield around his head. So what kind of buffs could we possibly see come to him that could really make him a more viable operator finally? Well, doing something around the helmet would be one way to go. Some people have requested to make him invulnerable to headshots, or that his helmet would allow him to survive a couple of headshots. And while this is a possibility, I don't think it would make enough of a distinction between him and Blackbeard. Blackbeard can already survive some headshots regarding his shield, and this wouldn't be enough of a distinct difference. Besides, it doesn't really counter the problem of Peeker's advantage. The only way to deal with that is to make Tachanka's ability mobile. So I'm guessing we may find out some kind of an announcement regarding maybe a rippable turret, something like we would see in Halo, where you could actually rip the machine gun off of the turret and then carry it around, maybe at a decreased movement speed or with high hip fire penalties. If you make Tachanka mobile, you then kind of take away the problem that's centered around this operator out of the equation and address it head on. That may or may not be what they actually wind up doing with this operator. This is just my guess on that. Either way, we'll find out on Monday. The piece of information that was actually confirmed in that video, though, is regarding Bartlett University. We're going to find out more information about this map. So we'll just have this playing in the background here. This video footage, I've noticed, is very dark. It is all that Ubisoft has put out so far regarding the new map. So hopefully we'll get some new footage next week so we can get a better look at Bartlett University. For those of you that aren't really aware of what it is a map that is available as the 11th hidden situation. If you complete the first 10 situations, it unlocks an 11th situation called Article 5, and that takes place on the map Bartlett University. That is the only place in the game that you can see the map. It doesn't show up in general PvP matchmaking. It does show up in terrorist hunt matchmaking if you have some certain conditions going on. For instance, if you have disarm bomb enabled in your matchmaking rotation, it will show up. But if you have disarm bomb disabled, it will not show up. You can only play the map if you've already completed Article 5, or if you haven't completed Article 5, you can still play it if somebody else that's in your squad, in your matchmaking group, has completed it and they get pulled into a match. You can get pulled in with them even though you haven't completed the map. And in the game, we've only seen it with this like yellow poison gas spread all over the map. It really restricts visibility, and it wasn't really something that you could be able to play in multiplayer very well because the way it was set up, there weren't a lot of breachable surfaces. There were a lot of bad access points. It just didn't have a real good flow that would be conducive to multiplayer. So they spent a lot of time this year redesigning it, and they told us this would be coming as the free map sometime within the first year. And so now it looks like in the last month of the year, we'll finally be getting that map. Obviously, the priority was put on the 4 DLC maps that were coming throughout the year, but it sounds like the wait is pretty much over. Now, next Monday, when they reveal that information, I will be covering it here. So I'll be talking about Bartlett University as well as any other information regarding the mid-season reinforcements patch and hopefully that Tachanka buff that I think might be coming. Now, if you want to stay up to date on that and all the latest news and information for Rainbow Six Siege, please like and subscribe. You can also follow me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.